Hey guys, Bethany here. So today, Kim is my hostess and she has chosen chocolate fudge. That's the thing that makes her happy. So here we go. We're gonna learn how to make Kim's favorite chocolate fudge. As far as ingredients go, this is pretty simple. We are obviously gonna use our stove. That's why I'm over here. I'm doing a lot of fudge. I'm taking this to work. Those people know how to eat. So this is 32 ounces of powdered sugar. You can feel free to split this recipe in half. You probably don't need as much as I do. So 32 ounces powdered sugar. I have a cup of Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder. Doesn't matter if you use Hershey's. This is just what I prefer. Yeah, quarter of a cup of evaporated milk. We've got a half a cup of unsalted butter. Use the real butter. I take a lot of shortcuts, y'all, but I do not shortcut butter. Real butter. I do unsalted. It's a thing. And we're gonna do a little vanilla. That's it. Those are our ingredients. I've got some baking spray to put in my pans. Chocolate's a little stickier than I think I made peanut butter fudge last time. So I've got my Premia glass Tupperware. This is borosilicate glass. So I know that's a really big word, but all it really means is this glass is a lot more resistant to hot and cold and extreme temperature shifts. So I don't have to worry about it shattering or anything scary like that happening. So I think I've been smart here. We need to grease the inside of our parchment paper. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've stuck some parchment paper down in here, and I put the lid on because I wanted it to hold its form, because parchment paper is a pain in the rear end and I'm not usually a big fan, but we don't want it to get stuck either. So here we go. We're gonna generously grease, right? And then we'll just stick our lid back on there for now. And I'm doing 2. Y'all don't have to do 2, but again, work people. All right, that's it. Our pans are prepped. We're ready. Okay, so, first step. I have a pan, low heat. It's a big pan and I have one of those fancy glass stoves, so I'm going over here on the double burner for like 3. Okay, I'm gonna melt my butter. And I'm gonna put my evaporated milk in there with it to melt and warm up and become beautiful and bad for you. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Cup of butter, quarter of a cup of evaporated milk. Okay, low heat. We're just gonna mix this up for a little while until it's all melty and wonderful. Okay. We melted. We're done now. See? No more butter. So then that's all the cooking we're gonna do. Turn off your eye, take it off the heat, and here's where it's gonna go pretty fast. Put your powdered sugar in there. I use a silicone spatula. This stuff gets sticky. None of us really wanna have to deal with that later. Silicone is your friend, just so we're clear. So, okay, there's my powdered sugar. We're just gonna put all this mess in here, right? I've got my cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. In you go. Okay. And we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So, hang on. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I don't mind if you get a little extra vanilla in there. Vanilla's good. Okay. All right, so we're mixing. Okay, small note. Right, here's what I did wrong. It's not a half cup of butter, y'all. It's a whole cup of butter. So here's what we're gonna learn from this. You're gonna make some mistakes, and when you figure it out, because your fudge is so thick you can't get it stirred up, you'll fix them. And I'm fixing it by melting another half a cup of butter in this microwave and putting it in here. See you in a minute. Okay, so if you ever have to melt butter in the microwave, you will. 10-second pops, right? Don't leave it in there longer than that because you don't want to burn the butter. It gets kind of weird. Just pull it out, switch it around, put it back in until it's fully melted. That's all you do. Okay, I put the butter in here. So we've mixed it all up. It looks like this. It looks like melty fudge. So really fast, before my melty fudge starts to try to harden, because it will, because it's chocolate, we're gonna take our lids off and we're gonna pour these little guys in here. So I'm just gonna split it in half, kind of as best I can. And I'm gonna try to distribute. Get in there, come on, good for you. All right, woo. Oh yeah, wonderful. Okay, so now all we're gonna do, we're gonna mush this down to fill our little form, right? We don't want fudge that's not at least in a brick shape or something. So the only other thing I'll put in here is that you can do add-ins. So you can do pecans or cranberries or, you know, even chocolate chips. Just wait till the end to add your stuff in. I really just like fudge. I don't really need the extra stuff, so I didn't put any in, but you definitely can, and you can have fun with it. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put my lids back on, and I'm gonna pop these babies in the fridge for a while, and I'm gonna wait until they're not hot, but they're still kind of warm, and then I'm gonna turn them out and I'm gonna cut them up, and I'll see you when it's time for that. Okay, so we've let it cool off. I'm a little worried I let it get too cool, but we're gonna find out. Here's our cutting board, stackable cutting board. Tupperware. All we're gonna do is take the lids off, and we're gonna flip this thing. We're gonna hope for the best. Okay, so here we go. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, so we'll put our stuff here. I have a brick of fudge, and I'm gonna cut it. I've got a big heavy knife because fudge, but honestly, it's still pretty soft. Perfect, awesome. Pro tip, spray down your knife so it doesn't stick. Right, so. I don't want to stick anymore. Here we go. Let's see, maybe right there. It's good, it's working out pretty well. Now, when I pack this away into its container, I will use a little bit of parchment paper because I don't want them to stick together. So when I layer them, I'll just cut up a little square and I'll stick it between the layers so that we don't get stuck. So there ain't nothing like stuck together fudge. You really don't want to have to fight it. You just want to eat it. So, here's my fudge, y'all. Let's try it. So good. That's so good. Kim's favorite chocolate fudge. Good choice, Kim. That's awesome. I'm gonna pack this up. I'm gonna take it to work. We're all gonna have a sugar rush in the morning. Good stuff.